Hi everybody, welcome back. Apologies for no videos for the past week. I usually film of a weekend, but last weekend I had my family down to visit and there was just no time to film any videos, and I didn't have any already set up to go live as well. So apologies for that, but I'm back now and I've got a video today updating you on the progress of these beauty products that I want to finish off by the end of the year. I compiled a little list on my phone of products from categories like hair and nails, skin, body. Hang on, skin and body are the same. Face and body, but you get what I mean. Products that basically aren't makeup, because I've got my makeup project pan going on. So these are all of the other beauty products that aren't makeup that I ideally would like to completely finish off by the end of the year. I'm not going to be able to do it. There will be some that I just won't be able to finish off, but I do actually have a few empties to update you guys on today, so I'll tell you what those are and then we'll just do a little bit of a progress update on the other products. So I've got my phone with my list of all of the products on them. There were 29 in total that I wanted to use up. I have finished 16, so I have finished more than half. And then I have 13 left to finish. So there are actually 3 categories. So we'll start off with skin, because it's appearing first. Skin, by that I mean my face. Face products first. That's the one where I have the most left to use up. So let's run you through what those products are. I have 2 SPF topper kind of products left to finish off. One is a spray. This is the Garnier Ambre Solaire Over Makeup Super UV SPF 50. There isn't much left in here at all, but I do have more of this, which is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Airy Sunstick SPF 50, which is kind of like a stick deodorant type of product. You twist it up and you've got like this balm SPF here. It has fallen out before when I've used it in the past. It is hygienic. I did like scrape off the layer that touched the floor or whatever, but I do need to be a little bit careful that this doesn't fall out whenever I go to use it. This one I might eventually have to just throw away if I don't get around to completely using it up, because I bought this back in March, or I already had it for March because I took this with me when I went to Vietnam to just kind of apply on the go when I'm out and about. And products like SPF, body SPF, you know, when you go on holiday and you take a bottle of SPF 50 or whatever with you, those only have like a 12-month shelf life, and then after that the SPF isn't really protective. It doesn't really do a very good job of protecting you from the sun. So it might be the case that I would eventually need to throw this away. But the spray one, where there isn't much of this left, I do hope to finish this off. However, the problem is because we are very much in autumn here in the UK, we're fast approaching winter, there's not much, you know, sunlight out there. It gets dark at around 3-4 o'clock, so I feel like there's not really much need for me to reapply SPF. And where I work from home most of the time as well, it's not like I'm going out and about and I'm exposing myself to, you know, the sun or whatever all day every day. So I feel like the SPF that I put on first thing in the morning when I do my skincare, I feel like that's enough for the rest of the day. So I haven't really touched these probably since the previous update. But like I say, not much left of this one. If I can force myself to use this one, even on really, really dark, cloudy days, if this is like my primary SPF, which I know isn't advised, but if I can do that, then I can finish this one off. But it's the stick one that's going to be tricky. I have 2 Rhode products that I want to finish off as well. I'm very close to finishing off the glazing milk. Not much left in here. I reckon probably a week's worth of application both morning and evening, and I can get this one used up. This one has taken ages to get into this point though. It's one of those products that just kind of sticks around and doesn't really want to get used up. There's 140 mils in here, so there is a decent amount of product. But yeah, very close to finishing that one off. I use this one as like a milky hydrating toner, and it is lovely. Very, very nice. I really do like this product. And then I also have the full amount left of the peptide glazing fluid, of which there is 50 mils, so not as much left of this one. So hopefully this one will be easier than the 140 ml milk to finish off. I could start just wearing them together actually, especially what with the weather, my skin might need a bit more hydration. I might start doing that. It's going to be close though, finishing off this one by the end of the year, because a month and a week roughly, or just a month worth of using this product, that's going to be quite close. I also have these eye patches. These are the collagen eye patch, Jericho Rose Jelly from Abib. I think you get 30 pairs in here, and I reckon you get a little spatula as well to scoop them out. I reckon I've probably got about half of them left. They're coming up to half of this tub, so I would assume that's half of the product left in here. My aim was to wear these twice a week, so of a weekend and maybe like a Wednesday, just to kind of get me in a regular routine of wearing them. I probably only wear them about once a week though, but these are really lovely. They're very hydrating. You get a nice amount of like fluid with it, so you can massage it into your under eyes once you remove them. They stay in place as well, they don't slip about. So they're very, very nice products. Don't think they do much for my dark circles or for like brightening my eyes. It's more hydration, but very, very nice. If I can again get back into the routine of using these twice a week instead of once a week, I could finish this off by the end of the year. And I do also have, it's not this exact one, but I have one of these Tan-Luxe The Face tanning drops, which was probably about 3/4 full. And I do sometimes, if I can remember, add a couple of drops to my evening moisturiser, and it just helps to kind of add just a little bit of colour, a little bit of like something into my skin without looking tanned, because I'm not bothered about looking tanned, but sometimes I just want a little bit more colour into my face. So this product is lovely for that, but my problem with that is I really forget to use it on a regular basis. So what I have actually done with that, and that's why I don't have the bottle, I have popped it into this Aveeno Demexa body lotion. So I've basically made myself a tanning body lotion. So if I can use up this tub, and this is pretty full, this is 500 mils, if I can use this up by the end of this year, then it means that I would have used up the Tan-Luxe one. So out of the 9 products within the skin face category, there were a total of 9. I've used up 3 of them so far. There are 6 remaining, and I think I could use up the Garnier Spray SPF, the Rhode Glazing Milk, maybe the Tan-Luxe face as well, if I remind myself to wear that body lotion every single day. But the eye patches, I think that's going to be close. The glazing fluid, I don't think I'm going to be able to do, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do the sun stick as well. Okay, moving on to body/hands category. This is a little bit of a vague category. So there are 8 products in total in this category, and I have used up 4, and I have 2 empties to update you guys on. Firstly is a perfume that I finished off today actually. For about the past sort of 3 or 4 days, it's been really difficult to get any perfume out of here, and today it just completely stopped squirting out any perfume. So this is the Giorgio Armani Rouge Malachite perfume, which I got for Christmas last year, and I've been wearing it pretty much every day since as my main perfume. I wear perfume every single day, but it might just be that I wore a different perfume and not this one. This I am quite disappointed with, to be totally honest. It smells lovely. It's a really beautiful smelling perfume. It's got notes in it that I really like. So for example, the top notes are tuberose, pink pepper and clary sage. The base notes are tuberose and amber. I love amber in perfume. It's one of my favourite scents. And then the middle notes, orange blossom, cashmere, benzoin, tuberose, jasmine sambac and ylang ylang. So things like the cashmere, the orange, ylang ylang, jasmine, these are scents that I really, really love in a perfume. So this sounds like this is the type of perfume that I would love. And I do really like the smell. I do think it smells beautiful. Whenever I popped it on in the morning, it would smell lovely. My problem with this perfume is that once I have done that, that is it. For the rest of the day, I do not smell it on me at all, and I like to have like little whiffs of the perfume on me throughout the day. And for a brand like Giorgio Armani, this is a really, really expensive perfume, and I expect that, I want that from a perfume that costs 3 figures like this one does. And I always used to think brands like Chanel were expensive, and they are, but not in comparison to Giorgio Armani. But with a Chanel perfume like Chanel No. 5 or Coco Mademoiselle, I've owned those before in the past, I smell those on me throughout the day, but I don't with this. And that is really, really disappointing, because it means that for the 30 seconds, however long it takes to apply the perfume first thing in the morning, that's the only time I'm going to smell it. So really disappointing. And also another thing, in all the many months this year that I have worn this perfume every single day, I have only received 1 compliment on this perfume. I assumed that nobody else could smell this on me, and you know, I don't know, maybe people are smelling it on me and they're not commenting, or they're not smelling it on me. But the only time I've received a compliment on this is when I got into my mum's car, because she picked me up and I can't remember where we went. But anyway, I got into the car, sat down, and she went, oh, what's that smell? That smells lovely. And I said, well, it's probably my perfume because I think I'd only just sprayed it. And she was like, yeah, that smells really lovely. So that's the only time that somebody has mentioned that they've smelt it on me. Whereas with other perfumes, I receive more compliments than just that one. So I'm really disappointed in this. Love the smell. Definitely would not repurchase because I just can't smell it on me. The second product from this category that I have finished off since the previous update is this CND cuticle oil. Now it doesn't look like I finished it off, I've basically just filled this up with pure jojoba oil. But this cuticle oil, when I first started using it, it was really weird because it just smelt like almond extract. I swear I could have done like a blind scent test, this and just almond extract, and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. That was really, really weird. The scent didn't last for very long though. I didn't mind the scent, I liked it, but I don't seem to recall that scent hanging around for too long. Cuticle oil, really, really lovely. If I am noticing that my nails are weak, they're not growing, they're breaking, they just need a little bit of TLC, honestly, just applying cuticle oil a couple of times for one day, I notice the difference straight away. Cuticle oil is like the main thing that I would recommend to people to help with the strength, the condition, the length, the growth of your nails. Get into a regular habit of applying cuticle oil and you will see the results really, really quickly. I do really like this cuticle oil. I would repurchase it, but I have heard that just pure jojoba oil is like one of the best things that you can apply to your cuticles. So that's what I've done. I filled this up with pure jojoba oil. So those were the two products that I have finished off since the previous update. I've previously finished off 2 other products in this category as well. The 4 that are remaining, so I mentioned jojoba oil. Where is it? Okay, so I've got jojoba oil in that cuticle oil bottle. I've also got some jojoba oil in this Kerastays hair oil bottle as well. This is what I use when I want to just put oil on my body instead of a body moisturiser, and then I decant it all from this bottle of jojoba oil here. I think there is still too much left for me to completely finish this off by the end of the year, but I will try. I might alternate days of using this as a body oil and then the next day a body lotion, but we'll see. I do also have Johnson's baby oil, but I'm not touching this until the jojoba oil has finished off. So if I'm not going to be able to finish off the jojoba oil by the end of the year, I sure as hell am not going to finish off this. And then my body lotion, this is how much I'm at there. This is how much of this massive Tan-Luxe The Gradual Radiance body lotion I have left. I will finish this off by the end of this year. This is going to be a definite. However, because I have eczema on my hands, if I'm having a flare-up of eczema on my hands, I do notice that like here on my arms or the tops of the front rather of like my mid-thigh gets a little bit itchy. There's no signs of eczema on the rest of my body, but I think when I'm having a flare-up on my hands it just heightens the sensitivity on the rest of my body. So when that's happening, I don't put this on, I put on my Aveeno body lotion. Also, I have 2 of those, one that I've put the Tan-Luxe tanning drops in and one that I've left completely as is. So I will put some of that on my body to help kind of soothe it, I guess. So there are times when I'm not able to apply this one as frequently as I would like to, but saying that, I do still think that I can get this one used up by the end of the year and then I can get this off my dressing table because it just takes up so much space. And then the last product in this little category is this Glossier You perfume. This will be my daily perfume now that I've finished off the Giorgio Armani one. I cannot see how much is left in here. I think when I bought it, it had about 3/4 left in it, and I've used it a few times. So I don't think I'm going to get through this by the end of the year, but it will now get into regular rotation because this is going to be my daily perfume. Okay, last category are hair care products, and this was the largest category on this list. So originally there were 12 products here, and I used up quite a few of them in like the first month of doing this, and there are only 3 left on my list. I have used up 1 product in this category since the previous update. I mentioned it in my empties video, but this is the JVN Blowout Styling Milk. So I would put 2 pumps on my lengths and ends when it was damp right before I was going to blow dry it. But I said in my empties video that I don't feel like this really did anything for me, and I'm not sure whether that's because I don't do a proper blow dry. I just tip my head upside down with the hairdryer and hope for the best. I don't get like a brush and like properly brush it out. So if I was to do that, I think this might be a better product for me because I think it's meant to like smooth your blowout and just help to kind of like define it a little bit more. But because I don't do that, I don't feel like this was really necessary. Smells lovely, but I wouldn't buy this again. I've not been using this for 3-4 weeks now, and I don't feel like I'm missing it in my routine. I don't feel like I'm going, oh yeah, I need that blowout milk back in my hair care routine. So yeah, it's a bit of a not really worth it product for me. And then the 3 products that I have left on this list. Firstly, the Inkey-List Salicylic Acid Exfoliating Scalp Treatment. I put this on at least once a week before I wash my hair. Sometimes twice a week if I remember. So I am using it fairly regularly, but I still think that there is too much left in here to finish off by the end of the year. But for products like that I am using regularly, I'm not as bothered about, because at least I'm in a regular routine of using them. It's the products that I don't use at all that I think, oh yes, I need to get this one, you know, used. But something like this, I don't forget to apply this, you know, once a week. I will always do it at least once a week. So I'm going to get used on a regular sort of basis. But yeah, I think there's probably about half of this left, and it's too much to finish off by the end of the year. Now this one looks gross. It's got little bits of my hair like caught in the lid. Hopefully you can't see that. This is the OGX coconut oil. I'm down here, so I'm just under half of this left. I think I could use this up by the end of the year, because I need a fair amount of this when I apply it, and I notice every time I use it, it does like jump down the bottle. I've got to be careful not to use too much, because once or twice I have, after, you know, blow dry my hair, noticed that my lens and ends are still oily, and then I've needed to wash my hair again. So there's a fine line with this between enough and too much, but I think I could finish this one off by the end of the year. And it's meant to just help kind of protect your hair when you're washing your hair, because that can be quite stripping and quite kind of drying for your lengths and ends, and it's meant to smooth and soften your lengths and ends as well. But I can't really say that I've noticed much difference. On the odd occasion I notice that my hair's a bit better after using this, but on the whole, again, it's a bit of a, I don't really need this type of product. And then the last one is another one that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish off by the end of the year. This one I use once a week, and I use this one after I've put on the Inkey-List scalp scrub. No, exfoliating scalp treatment, just to make sure that I've completely removed it. This is the Christophe Robin Cleansing Purifying Scrub, and I've got like just under half left in here. This smells lovely. This one you only need about a tablespoon, so it's not something that you use a lot of, and using it once a week, that's only what, another 6-7 uses by the end of this year, and I don't think that's gonna be quite enough to completely use it up. But this is also another product that I use regularly, so that's fine. So that's the update on the products that I have finished off since the previous update, and the products that are left over. In terms of what I think I could finish off by the next update: the Garnier spray, the Rhode Glazing Milk, the Tan-Luxe body lotion, and I think that's probably it. So another 3, that's still another 3 off the list, and then that will take me down to 10 left to finish off. But there are definitely going to be products that I'm not going to finish off by the end of the year, but I just wanted to condense what I had. I just felt like there were too many products basically in my entire body self-care beauty routine that I didn't really need. So doing this kind of like series of videos just really helps me just to like whittle down my collection a little bit and get things used that I don't use on a regular basis. So regardless of whether I'm going to finish off all the items by the end of the year or not, it has been a useful little challenge to do. So I hope you liked this little update. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon for my next one. Bye.